Oh my God, oh God, I find it really interesting because obviously the work that you do, it's just, well, actually we'll introduce our guest now, actually, because I'm just getting really like...
He's here, blogging and raising awareness for bike and motorcycle theft. His videos have gone viral and have actually been picked up by some major news outlets as well. Yeah. He also does not promote taking the law into your own hands. Please welcome Omar Marjan.
Assalamu alaikum. Sorry, now I can introduce it. That video was just, it's sensational, and you know, it's the fact that it was live, it was recorded live, everything. But how did you even get involved in all of this? Like, where did it all start? Where did your journey begin?
It all started, I was a courier. I'm not a courier anymore, I'm a full-time YouTuber, but I was a courier and I spent, 60 hours a week on two wheels on a motorcycle. There are a lot of thieves going about on motorcycles. They try and get your motorcycle. And because I was on the road so much, it kept happening to me. So literally, I kept going home with all these stories. I was attacked. At one point, I was even stabbed in the hand. And people were just like, this is crazy. And I was like, I've got a background in video editing. I've actually got to start capturing this on camera because it's crazy. Like the first time, okay, fine, it happened. Second time, well, I'm unlucky. But third time, fourth time, you can see a pattern that this is actually a big problem. So I was like, okay, I'm going to put my camera on my helmet. I'm going to try and raise awareness about this problem and see if I can make a change. And I'm just sort of shocked myself at how big of a movement it's become in terms of just exposing thieves, which I don't condone doing, other people to do. But what I try and do is actually expose moped thieves and try and get justice for the people, for the victims that have had things stolen from them or been attacked.
So these videos that you've posted online, and you've got a YouTube channel, what's it called again?
It's called Handmuffwarrior.
Handmuffwarrior.
Yeah.
So these YouTube posts, are you actually loading the videos on of you catching these people in the process of stealing bikes?
Yeah, so some videos are of me actually being attacked, my earlier videos. The more recent videos is me actually being proactive and trying to find stolen bikes. Not actually the thieves trying to, sometimes we do come across thieves and we have to put pressure on them, or I have to put pressure on them. I don't condone anyone else doing it. But most of the time it's just trying to recover stolen bikes. And I've joined a biker group recently called Biker, and they've got a Facebook page. And together we just work really well in terms of, making videos of exposing thieves and also recovering bikes to their rightful owners. And pretty much, yeah, that's what I do.
Oh my God, no, so is anybody else part of the Handmuffwarrior?
No, so Handmuffwarrior is predominantly my channel. Biker is a Facebook page, and we work together because we have the same goal.
And all right, so we can see that you've got a camera on your helmet right there, and this is it. That's
pretty much.
Is that a GoPro, is it?
It's a GoPro, yeah. This is literally how it all started, is just getting a camera and, just showing my normal daily routes and what I've been up to. And before I knew it, within a month of having the camera, two guys attacked me in Shepherd's Bush. I got dragged off my bike. They both had hammers. I literally had to fight them off. That's on my channel. And that video went super viral. I had to do like loads of interviews with different people because people are just shocked that this is happening in broad daylight a lot of the times. And the main reason this sort of crime is out of control is because quite a few years ago, a thief on two wheels was actually being chased by the police, and unfortunately, he ended up losing his life. So the police got in trouble because it was an unauthorized chase, and then the new law came that actually the police can't chase these guys anymore. Now, what happens when you do that? When the thieves know that they're not going to be chased, that's
it's
it.
a loophole in the system.
A lot of these thieves make a lot of money, thousands and thousands of pounds. Some of them have literally like mansions. They've got Range Rovers outside because they're stealing £10,000–15,000 bikes, selling it for a couple of grand, and it's so easy to steal bikes. It's not like stealing a car. And that's where this has come from, because there's a community of people, there's a community of bikers who have worked really hard. Biking is, it's like Islam, it's like a way of life. And when that way of life is attacked, it's only natural to want to try and do something to stop. So what we see now is there's groups all over the UK coming up to try to, get justice, because the police aren't really doing much.
Yeah.
It's a crazy system as well, because obviously the police know what's going on, but they've made powers to be that they can't act upon it. Yeah. And however, especially in London as well, London with so much congestion as well, the best way of travelling is on a scooter and on a bike as well. Yeah. However, on the flip side as well, you're also taking a risk as well.
Yeah.
Because you know as well as I do that if you're chasing someone who's stolen a bike, you're travelling at high speed.
Well, I try to do it. Usually it's within the city, so we try and do it in a way where, you know, there's a lot of turns, and yeah, the thieves do sort of, you know, they go at high speed, but because I'm a courier, I know the area very well. Sometimes I take shortcuts. There's always ways around it. Sure. Sometimes you can stop it before it's even started. But yeah, when they mount the pavement, when they start acting too dangerously, yeah, always. You've got to use your initiative. You've got to pull it off. But most of the work we're doing now is not actually pursuing these guys. We try and leave that to police. That's just recovering stolen bikes. It could be easy as, you know, you're walking down a road, you see a bike, it looks smashed up, it's on the side of the road, maybe it's got no number plate. So then you text or you make a post on this group called Biker, and before you know it, you know, you've got a group of 10, 15 bikers. You know, for our own security, we've got to turn up in large numbers, you know, and also a recovery van, get this bike back, find out, we actually work with the police to find out where these guys are, and then get the bike sent back to their rightful owner, free of charge. This is the thing, when police find stolen bikes and they recover it,
compound, yeah.
You know, you're already a victim. They charge you up to £300 just to get your own bike back.
From a compound, it's ridiculous.
But with us, again, we try to do it for free. Obviously, you can make a donation. If you know, sometimes it's 3-4 hours drive to the customer or to the person whose bike has been stolen. And if they want to make a donation for fuel and stuff, that's awesome. But it's not something that's expected. And to be honest, it's got a lot of support from a lot of people. Within 6 months of doing this, I've got over 8 million views. And that's not including like programs and other channels that use my content. So it's starting to become a movement, and I'm passionate about it, so I'm happy to do it. Yeah. And yeah, it is dangerous, but to be honest, before I even started this channel, I've been stabbed in the hand, been dragged off my bike. So really, the threat is there either way. If I want to be on 2 wheels, if I want to have a job as a courier, then that was under threat. And I had an option, either, you know, fight back or think about security more, or give it up. And I just didn't want to be that guy to just give it up. It's never been my sort of personality. Yeah. So that's how it led me to this.
Because I wanted to know, like, are you working with like companies that use, you know, couriers on their motorbike, scooters, whatever?
Yeah.
Like, you know, the major courier companies or fast food companies. Are you working with them to sort of teach them how to be a bit more safe on their bikes?
At the moment, there is. I used to work for a few companies. Some of them actually started to put out these messages about safety, and, you know, if you have a parcel and you don't want to deliver to a certain area, don't deliver it. So there is more of an awareness, especially with the media. They're really focusing on this epidemic of moped thieves. Yeah. But so far, we don't really work with any other companies. At the time, right now, the main focus is just getting these bike backs. And there are so many stolen bikes that it's literally a full-time thing.
I mean, this is good
in
anyway.
the future, that is definitely something.
This is good, Omar, anyway, because like you say, presence. Even like, for example, police out on the beat, it's a present, it's a deterrent anyway. Yeah. So obviously now with bikers coming together with different communities as well, and I'm sure that obviously you're wearing a high visibility coat or something that indicates that, you know, you are doing what you're doing. Yeah. And once the thieves know that, they know that a certain area they won't be able to target. So it's only am I right in that?
Yeah. Can I just say something?
Of course you can.
I was meant to be on this show a few days ago, and I really didn't want to, but I had to cancel it because I was following this thief on Instagram. So it's not just pursuing, there's a lot of covert stuff that happens behind the scenes. I've got fake accounts everywhere because these thieves live on Instagram. They sell their bikes on Instagram. They strip bikes on Instagram. They all talk to each other on Instagram. I had an undercover account there for over 3 months. I've been basically stalking, but trying to get this guy. He contacted me a few days ago when I was meant to be on his show. He wanted to sell me a bike. 15 of us went down there. It was really far. What area was it? Dartford. And yeah, we went down there. We baited him. He came out. We saw him walking his dog, and we ended up getting the stolen bike back. And there was an arrest made. So literally,
brilliant.
yeah, literally, that's the sort of thing. That's the sort of things we do. You know, it's trying to get someone's, and that's someone's bike. And the person whose bike was recovered, literally, you know, has bailiffs at their door because they couldn't make it to work anymore. You know, the single mother, they've got their own lives. People don't understand the damage or impact something as small as a bike. People rely on these things. It's a way of life, and we've gotten that bike back to the person. So yeah, it's always interesting. Like every week something is happening.
You're just nice. So just because the time is running out as well. You're like an unsung hero. But what is the future for you?
Literally just raise awareness. You know, get people more interested in this movement. Even if you don't have a bike, you should be interested in this because these same criminals, you know, snatch phones, they break into cars. So every walk of life is affected by moped thieves, not just bikers. So yeah, just get interested and just raise awareness. And when you're walking, do not look down on your phone, look up, because you never know, there could be a motorcycle on the pavement just ready to snatch out your hand.